Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Indigo Angel. Welcome if you are new, and as always, thank you for returning, and thank you for your continued love and support of my channel. And yes, so I'm gonna have a bio talk today. As you know, I love talking about the biological energetic structures of the human energy field, the morphogenetic field, the entire auric field, and the levels of the Kathara system. Okay, so levels 1, 2, and 3, which would be the 12-tree grid, the chakra system, and then also the meiotic and deodotic points, as these are all very, very important to expansion and contraction, ascension and descension, fission and fusion, materialization and dematerialization. So all of these processes of expanding in consciousness and reforming in geometric structure. So all of these processes of ascension, really, and developing the higher mind, developing the spiritual mind, and developing the higher spiritual mind, right? Some of you know I have begun teaching a visualization and meditation series called Bio-Regenesis. So bio is life and genesis is the formation in matter creation. Okay, so bioregenesis is guided regeneration of one's biological structures according to the natural evolutionary processes of ascension. And this is designed to assist with getting the ascension codes up in the DNA, and it also heals the light body from the core structure, from level 1 of the light body. So all of these visualization techniques, even if you aren't specifically visualizing the Kathara system, it is an aspect to opening perceptual bridges to creating the connection and the space for the healing of the Kathara system, which is the totality of, I don't want to say reprogramming, but clearing your energetic body, your energetic system from level 1, the level 1 of the light body, from the actual space or units of transduction or integration where consciousness actually goes through processes of fission and fusion from states of the smallest units of consciousness into its states of materialization. And so through Kathara healing and through these visualizations, it actually takes you on a step-by-step journey to going to that base foundation, to that particular space and awareness where one would begin to manifest its reality. And so you're healing and clearing from that space. So that's why I love bioregenesis. That's why I love anything bio-related. There's a lot of new innovation that is actually unfolding at this time right now in the sense of the evolution of where bio-spirituality is merging with science, and it's this whole new level of idealism and awareness of where I do feel spirituality is ultimately evolving to. So I am going to get into that because there's some concepts that I'm going to talk to you about later in this video. But a little bit about Bio-Regenesis was strategically designed to walk one through the base level core skills of ascension and psychic development, starting with the simple practices such as grounding. And starting with grounding and then working your way up, developing the skills needed to remote view, induct energy and radial signature encryptions into the body, and then be able to differentiate those encryptions dimensionally inside, okay? And learning how to induct and expand into the field in different angulations as well, because we can work with lots of different angulations, also different geometric structures, and begin to visualize, expand, through breath work as well as we correlate specific movements to the actual energetic structures. It actually helps imprint that scalar wave or radio encryption that is tied to that actual energetic structure of the biofield as well. Okay, so as one starts to work their way up, developing the skills through the techniques that are provided, They will begin to do things such as bilocate, grid scan planetarily and biologically, teleport, and remote view. I think I said remote view. And remote viewing is a technique that I am just putting out on Patreon. So if you are on my Patreon, I am posting Technique 20, which is a fifth dimensional geomancy technique that is designed to integrate the energy encryption of the other person that you're trying to remote view, and therefore there's a lot more sciences that go into it, but it basically helps you have more visibility when you're in a remote view, where you're actually in the room with that person. You're having clear visibility in your remote view. So that's Technique 20. I am posting that to my Patreon today or tomorrow, so look for that, guys. And just know that overall, Bio-Regenesis is designed to develop lots of different perceptual aspects of consciousness through these teachings. And the most profound thing one will experience through the totality of the teachings and techniques overall is the Kathara healing and understanding the core energetic structures, level 1 of the light body. Because remember that the chakra system is level 2, and level 2 is the mechanics. Okay, so it's awesome. It's kind of like a car. Like if you think about a car, if you're an engineer for designing vehicles, like the chakras would be like the engine. The chakras would be, you know, the transmission, whatever. I don't even know cars that well. But the Kathara would be kind of like the actual frame of the vehicle. So what's holding everything and what is carrying all of the functioning around. Okay, so I guess you can kind of use that as an analogy to understand the Kathara system. And I think it does get a little tricky, because when you start looking at the Kathara system, you start thinking, okay, well, how am I supposed to work with that in accordance to the chakra system? So what you'll learn through Bio-Regenesis is that you begin to simultaneously visualize both at the same time. You holographically imprint the Kathara simultaneously to the visualization of the holographic visualization and imprint of the chakra system, just as you would your chakra wheels in accordance to color. And I actually have a technique for developing the ability to visualize the Kathara within the body, and it does stem from Technique 8, which is the pineal induction, where we create the platform for you to call forth, you know, your higher self, higher dimensional experiences, ultra terrestrials to present on your platform. But then I've developed a technique where you can jump off the platform, and then you can visit each sphere within the chakra system. So that technique, I believe, is Technique 16 or 17. Where we run through a liquid light cleanse as well, using 3 different color systems that are very, very clearing for the Kathara system. Okay, guys, so I get a little off track. I kind of jump all over the place. But yes, so this is all about, you know, reestablishing your ability to be able to visualize the core template, because it has always been there. It's never not been there. It's there right now. It's just that we are not awakened enough to remember it or to see it. It is something that we have come to learn as the development of morphogenetic sciences has progressed into this New Age spirituality. And it does feel like New Age spirituality, but it's actually not New Age teachings. The Kathara system is the most ancient teachings, pre-Atlantean teachings. So this is the most, I do feel that this is the most ancient teaching that you can honestly incorporate into your spirituality at this time. And this is a very complex, this is a very multidimensional, multi-functioning system of inter-networking systems that are connecting on Vecca quantum levels and ultra-galactic scales and planetary scales, which is the ultimate regeneration of one's original soul contract in the dimensional fields of materialization in accordance to your eternal existence and your original angelic blueprints. Okay, guys, so I have released techniques 1 through 10 on YouTube, which I know some of you have already watched and seen and given me some feedback. And I did release those because I felt that I am starting to get so ahead of myself in some of the videos and teachings on my Patreon that I wanted to release some of the techniques. Will I continue to release techniques in the future? I can't say for sure if I will do that. So this was like a one-time leak, was so everybody could have an opportunity to actually experience the foundational techniques and decide from that point forward if they like what they see and if they would like to go forward in the teachings. So I'm going to leave a link down below for those video descriptions, and you can check those out. But those techniques 1 through 10 are the foundation to the Bio-Regenesis teachings. And, you know, some of them kind of seem simple, like the grounding techniques. But what I've come to find out is that there are so many people that don't actually have a visualization to coincide with their grounding techniques that they do. Because most people, when you ask them, you know, what do you do for grounding, they'll say that, you know, they go outside and they connect with nature, and they might take their shoes off, they might do some earthing, things like that, but they don't have a visualization to coincide to the actual process of the grounding. So this kind of just takes it one more step forward and provides you like a mental framework to also include with the other things that you're doing, and it enhances the experience. And the more that you visually enhance that experience, the more that those visualizations create electrical charges, stimulations, impulses, things of that nature, so that when you are having automatic activations, or just activations that you did not invoke, let's say it just comes upon you, those visualizations will come more to life. And it also helps understand the actual structures and how the energy systems actually work themselves and how they integrate and come into the body. So it just continues to enhance the experience, and so you're going to receive more out of it. And it actually strengthens the light body. So, and it also strengthens the immune system as well. The stronger your light body is through visualization, the stronger and the more real that field actually is for you to feel and for other people to experience as well. And this 100% increases your immune system in your body. Like, to be honest with you, I haven't been sick in a really, really long time. And it is from the constant visualization of these core energetic structures that I have developed within myself. And I feel my immune system being a lot stronger than it used to be. Okay, guys, so I'm just trying to let you guys know how this really, really does benefit, because all of these visualizations, every single thing that has been created was in accordance to the structures of the morphogenetic field through the sciences and the studies of the morphogenetic field. So I know this is kind of a big thing right now. There are a lot of bio readers or bio versions that you can purchase or buy. There's a lot of equipment nowadays that you can actually see your bioenergetic field. So I do highly recommend that as well, because being able to visually see it and know that these structures are there will, it'll awaken and activate you to want to start to work with this mentally, visually, psychically, spiritually, to just enhance that connection, because you when you can see it, you can really see how it's all just interconnected. Okay, guys, so this is a process and a commitment to higher mind development, as you know. So it is a commitment. When you decide to do these techniques, you decide to activate Bio-Regenesis in your reality and make this something that you're committed to. Regardless of your level of spiritual development, these techniques are designed to assist anyone through their process of self-realized morphogenetic navigation. Okay, so this is just like pretty much being handed the tools on a platter. And it's like these are the tools that will assist you with the development of this self-realization, because I can tell you these things, I can show you these things, and I know that a lot of you are working with these things on your own and finding other systems and meditations and things that work for you. But nothing becomes real, nothing becomes helpful, nothing becomes something that you can benefit from until it is self-realized, until you realize it through an activation or through an experience that you can perceive the morphogenetic field within you, and these quantum vacuum structures and all of these aspects, their Merkaba field, and how it can morph from a second dimensional or third dimensional, fourth dimensional Merkaba vehicle into a 15th dimensional vehicle. Okay, and how it expands and contracts, and how it actually goes from the third dimensional level identity all the way to the Reshik 15th dimensional level identity within your own bioenergetic field. So all of that has to be self-realized. So it just starts with the basics, which are crucial for the overall development of your psychic understanding. And today I actually wanted to talk with you guys about some new concepts in the spiritual community that I do feel are the future evolution of conscious spiritual development of the continual convergence of science and spirituality. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys today about what is called biohacking. And for some of you, this might sound scary. Okay, I know there's going to be some of you that are going to feel some resistance to this. Okay, I have posted briefly about this new perception on the Bio-Regenesis group, on my Facebook page, Indigo Angel. But essentially, biohacking is the process of using science, spirituality, biology, and self-experimentation to take control of and upgrade your body, mind, life, psychic abilities, and integrity of your light body. So the reason why I love the idea of biohacking is because it starts to help one to begin to perceive the possibilities of experimentation within spirituality. I do feel like this is something that has been like a big no-no, that we are evil or we're bringing forth demonic entities and spirits and blah, 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 if we begin to experiment with our spirituality, okay? So this is not going to be for everybody, especially somebody who might be holding more fear-based limitations within their practices at this point. And that is not a judgment. That is not a labeling either. And what I mean by that is that there are purposes and roles for apprehension and for skepticism and for fear at some points in the journey. But the goal is to keep evolving in whichever way you are guided to do that. So as long as you are still growing, those things will come up for you to clear when you're ready to clear those things, right? Just as long as you continue to grow, that's what's most important, is you don't ever want to get stagnant in your evolution. You don't ever want to limit yourself in your evolution. Okay, so as you evolve past fear-based notions of things like invocations or activations or just living beyond fear-based religion, you will naturally just begin to open up to all kinds of new practices and techniques and integrations of new ideas. So this isn't for everybody at this time. This ideal, it's just an idealism. It's a conception. It's a impulse. It's a cognition. It's a new platform to experience a new possibility within spirituality. And biohacking is for the extreme spiritualist who is looking for new great gains in their psychic abilities. Some people that talk about it right now are Tony Robbins. There's also some other people who are talking about biohacking at this time. Tony Robbins is the main one that I know is talking about it right now, but it's basically about the science and spirituality merged to optimize the overall health of your biology and your bioenergetic field. It's all about making daily extreme and sometimes self-experimental changes for the optimization of your functionality. It's about consciously learning the energetic structures and then hacking the infrastructure for increased results. Okay, so like I said, this is for the extreme spiritualist and those who are eager for a mental challenge. and mental development. That is the hardest aspect of all of this. So once you go through your healing process, once you go through trauma clearing, ancestral healing, deprogramming of parental, ancestral, societal, all of those programming aspects. Let's say you've gone through all of this and you're seeking something to really stimulate you and take you to the next level on a mental level, okay? Biohacking is the new science, and Bio-Regenesis can provide the extreme experimental spiritualist with the right tools for advanced evolution and light body reconstruction and regeneration. So through the focus and the determinism of your higher self to push yourself to visualize, okay? Because you will have to push yourself to visualize these things. I mean, there have been times where I've been doing these techniques and it was hard. It was hard to visualize this. I had to practice a lot. But the more that you practice, the easier it gets, and the more that you can see, and the more that you can see how it's benefiting you. So you have to push yourself to visualize, and then through that, it actually decalcifies the pineal, and you will have lots of breakthroughs of perceptual blockages and psychic barriers. And once you get through the basic techniques, you can get into some more of the advanced techniques that are designed to, develop the awareness of particular cognitions beyond the abilities to consciously lucid dream. Okay, so this is one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about just a little bit, is if you are having trouble with conscious lucid dreaming, where you can actually take over control in a lucid dream and direct the dream on a regular basis. Okay, it's going to show you where you need to work harder to be able to do specific things in your waking state. If you're having trouble taking over conscious control in the lucid state, teleportation, remote viewing, bilocation, coming out of the body, differentiating dimensional navigation, and conscious communication through telepathy is going to be a lot harder in the waking state, because you are accessing the skills and control that you would need. You're training yourself in the lucid realm to be able to do those things in the waking state. So that should be your focus that you want to master for being able to more stronger develop the skills to bilocate or to remote view in the waking part of your day, where you're actually awake and you can remote view. So begin with mastering the conscious lucid dreaming to awaken these perceptions inside. And then also Technique 8 can assist with this development, but I'm also in the process of developing another technique that will assist the conscious direction in the lucid dream state as well. So it's exciting. I'm excited to do that one. But if you have fear in biohacking on a spiritual level, then you may need to look deeper within and decide if these ideals are right for you at this time. And, I personally feel that as a spiritual being in a human body having this experience, I feel that I came here to explore. I feel that I came here to experiment and try new things. And just remember that nothing can be self-realized unless you try it. And if you try it, it's only going to activate new neural pathways to see into the multiple existing reality fields. It's going to give you more perception, even if you have bad experiences. How many times have you subjected yourself to a scary movie and maybe had a bad dream because of that? You subjected yourself to an experience that might have had a scary or a negative outcome upon you, but you were able to transcend that. Okay, so I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen if you do Bio-Regenesis techniques, but it's just to give you an idea of the ability to overcome within your own strength, within your own perception, within your own consciousness, that you truly can overcome anything, really, because you are the creator of your reality. And these techniques within the Bio-Regenesis course are designed to ground and to protect the bioenergetic field as well. So that's why in the beginning techniques, there are so many grounding and, you know, the Maharic seal that protects the bioenergetic field, and then also the intruder manipulation technique number 9, the epsilon symbol. That technique is geared to protecting the bioenergetic field for these types of visualizations to continue to grow within this framework. So I always recommend establishing the integrity of your field before you try new things, right? As kind of like a security, as kind of like to just, you know, reestablish that integrity of your field, so that way you're coming from a very pure place, and also to let the world know and all energetic entanglements know that you are a very pure, enlightened being with a protected, strong bioenergetic field, that whatever you're engaging in, you're going to be just fine. Okay, so, and that way you can be free to experiment in any which way that you choose, without judgment of self and without judgment of others as well. So honestly, I feel that, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of. Your higher self is ahead of you by a 9 to 10 year advantage and is guiding you to new things, peoples, and places and opportunities for reasons. So to provide, and that is to provide and activate and stimulate growth. So, and you also may already be biohacking without realizing it. So if you have fasted, anything of any extreme, really, anything that you have gone out of your way to shape or form or try something new, is a form of biohacking, because you're taking conscious effort in trying to increase your ability to do something, to heal, or to strengthen your bioenergetic field. Now, to what degree you do this, you know, it determines your results. So, but honestly, activating, meditating, toning, activating, meditating, toning, invocations, and practicing ritual are already forms of spiritual biohacking. And because you're looking for healing, you're looking for growth, you're looking for stimulation of the mind and the spiritual body for new self-realizations, you're willing to do these things and try these things. And that's what's so honest. That's honestly what's so awesome about it. Bio-Regenesis, I love it so much, and I love these techniques. I love the video course and this personal development series into some of the most, taking one into some of the abilities of the most difficult psychic abilities to achieve, right? And this is new territory. This really is new territory on a lot of levels. So it is experimental. It is a form of biohacking, and it honestly gets me really excited. And I personally like a challenge. I personally have invested so much of my time and effort into creating this because I personally desire challenging mental growth within my spirituality. I pursue this all of the time because I'm all about growing and awakening new conscious chambers of my mind. I crave it. I literally live for this enthusiasm. And I just love you guys so much, and I wanted to be able to share this with you today. So I really enjoyed this bio chat, and namaste. I love you guys. I will be back with another video. Have a great day, and until then, namaste.